Hi guys, Daniel and Misan here. Welcome to this Zelda Skyward Sword video where we're gonna guide you through the Fire Sanctuary. Alright guys, there is a few things we need to do in order to enter the Fire Sanctuary. First, we need to complete Din's Silent Realm. This will grant us the Fireshield earrings as a reward. With the earrings equipped, we can enter the Volcano's summit without bursting into flames. In the Volcano summit, we will encounter these cursed spumes. If Link gets hit and cursed, he cannot use any items for a limited time. To the west, we can reach an area where we find a water source. We need 2 bottles of water to progress towards the Fire Sanctuary. When we got the water, we can head north up this slope. Next to the fire, stopping our path, we got frog-head statues. The secret is to pour water on them. To reach the second frog-head, we need to approach it from above. Now we reach the big entrance to the Fire Sanctuary, but unfortunately we can't enter. A small bottle of water won't do. We need to go back to Faron Woods and Lake Floria. There we're gonna ask Faron if we can borrow her basin. Now Scrapper takes the basin and waits for Link in the skies. As we go back to Elden, we are not allowed to choose where to descend. We are now playing an escort mission, where Scrapper will follow Link across the volcano and up to the summit. If Scrapper gets attacked too much by the enemies, we're gonna have to restart the escort mission. We're gonna go this way, along the western slope. One archer guarding at the end of the tunnel. I'm taking them out by using the bow. I use the left motion controller to load and fire. In that way, I will shake a bit less when releasing the arrow. More archers will be spread out along the slope. I approach with the bow and arrow ready, so I can be the one that fire first. Just one more archer to deal with here in the slope. When we reach the top of the slope, we will encounter a wooden shield moblin. I will actually cheese this guy with bomb flowers. I mean, why not? There we go. Let's refill on bomb flowers before we continue forward, upward. Here we got some fire choo-choos, and in the slope several archers and 2 bokoblin wielding clubs. I'm gonna try to snipe some of the archers. 3 of them are in the slope, and you can see 2 more above the slope to the right. That went pretty well, I must say. The club-wielding bokoblins are standing on the 2 closest platforms. I approach the platforms from the side so I don't guide Scrapper up in the middle. I don't want him to be hammered. From here, Scrapper are out of reach from the other bokoblin, and I can take my time to snipe the remaining archers. As we reach the top, we got a bird statue next to the Earth Temple entrance. Gonna make a game save as always, and after that we're gonna take on some blue bokoblins and a steel shield moblin. Since we got the upgraded bow at this point, we can one-shot the bokoblin archers. The moblin, on the other hand, takes a few more hits. I counted 5 arrows to down this guy. As long as we can make it the cheesy way, I'll take it. I'm gonna take it easy here and snipe down the 3 archers. Scrapper has a bad habit of going too far and being in the way. As long as we deal with the archers fast enough, it should not be any problem with Scrapper. Alright, that's the last enemy before we can enter the Volcano summit. The dangers are not over yet though. In this area we got fire keys, cursed spumes and 2 Lizalfos to deal with. Save at the bird statue if you want to, then head up the slope to the left. To deal with the Lizalfos, I always keep my shield ready, and I look for a chance to deflect an attack. Here I get the Lizalfos to the right with the spin attack while it was taunting me. That knocks it down so I can execute a fatal blow. Now the Lizalfos will attack Scrapper. I must be careful so I don't get hit by the cursed spume. Alright, we got it. A better way would be to deal with the spumes using the bow before engaging with the Lizalfos. This was all the hard stuff in the escort mission. Now we just have to go to the big gate with the Frog-head statue. With that, we can finally enter the Fire Sanctuary. In this dungeon, we're gonna come across a lot of those prickly water fruits. If we hit them, they will open up and release a big water drop. If the drop lands in the lava, it will create a platform. If the lava got a current, the platform will float with it. If not, it will stay in place. For the most part, I'm gonna use the claw shot to trigger the water fruits. Here we can grab some arrows and a fairy. I will also snipe one of the archers before I set sail on the lava stream. On the wall to the left we can see a lion head of sorts with lava gushing from the mouth. This is an indication that the lava got a current and that the platform created from the water fruit will float away. We got some archers here that we need to deal with. After that, it's only the Italian music that's missing. The bars blocking our path will open as soon as we defeat all the bokoblins in this area. After that, we will be able to grab the key in the chest, that in turn opens the door to the next room. Before leaving though, we might want to grab some more arrows in the pots on the other side of the gap. Then we are forced to have a chat with the Mogma Guld. This dungeon got a lot of Mogma dialogues, one of the big consequences with this one. I'm not a fan of all the dialogues. There, I said it. Here we meet the Mogma named Guld. This is a lengthy conversation where he informs us about two statues facing each other and that we should jump into the mouth of the sleeping statue. If you don't know what to do, this information is actually quite vital later on in the dungeon. Now we can unlock this door and continue forward. We got the bird statue here and we'll soon encounter a new foe called Mogmanos. Here we got some dark keys and 2 goblins. The cursed enemies has a small potential to drop evil crystals, so if you didn't farm those at the ancient cistern, this is a decent place to do so. From here we can make a quick run to the left if we need more arrows or rupees. After that we will continue down the stairs to the right. This is where we encounter Mogmanos for the first time. This time we will not fight it, but let it push up a platform so we can reach a higher level in the room. Mogmanos is a big hand made of lava. It will raise up from the lava underneath Link, and if we stand on a platform, the platform will raise with Mogmanos. To fight Mogmanos, we need access to a water source so the lava hand can get hardened and receive damage. We will do this kind of fight later on in the dungeon. From here, it's pretty much straightforward. Simply climb the vines up and around the room and take out the Bokoblin archers. We will reach another bird statue, and I recommend to save the progression here since we're gonna face a Dark Lizalfos. We got one more archer to deal with. We don't want them to shoot us when we climb. Oh wow, the aim representing my brain right here. Need a calibration. Okay, let's climb across. Alright, time to fight the Dark Lizalfos. I'm gonna use the same tactics as I do against the normal ones. I'm gonna ready my shield and try to get a spin attack in so I can finish it off fast with a lethal blow. The Dark Lizalfos will not shoot fire. Instead it will gush a purple toxic smoke. If we get hit, Link will get cursed for a short amount of time. To the right in this area, we find some bars blocking our path. Behind it, we can spot the switch that will open them. This will later be a shortcut when or if we want to backtrack and grab another empty bottle. In this room, we need to bomb the mouth at the lion head statue to the right. Doing so, make lava flowing out so we get a current going. This in turn makes it so we can travel to the other side on a platform. First off, I deal with the spumes and the bokoblins by using the bow and arrows, so we can operate the beetle in peace. If you have the need, there is a lot of rupees in this room that you can grab by using the beetle. I don't need more rupees for the moment, so I won't bother. The rupees are found to the south and above the lion head statue. Okay, so we got a current going. Now we can drop the water from the Waterfruit hanging from the ceiling, but first I'm gonna run over to the other side and deal with some dark keys. The door to the west is locked, so we're gonna head north from here and collect the key. In this room, we will encounter another Mogma named Silva. He is captured and hanging in a chain. We will save him later after we lowered the lava, so let's just ignore him for now and head towards the chest instead. On the ground, our path is blocked by lava. We can remove the lava spots by using the gust bellows. Okay, so we got the key and can go back and enter the room to the west. This is where we will encounter a new mechanic involving the water fruits. Except the spiky water fruits, we got a few fire choo-choos in here. To the right, we can see a door blocked with fire, and above it, we can see that familiar frog-head statue. Up the stairs, we got more fire choo-choos waiting for us, and a chest holding a random treasure item. Time to trigger the frog-head statue. If we stab a water fruit with our sword, we can transport the water drop around and fling it at the frog-head. It is soon time to fight two of those Mogmanos lava hands. We got a bird statue here, so let's make a game save. To defeat the Mogmanos in this room, we first need to step on a platform so we can reach the water fruits. Then we stab a fruit so we can bring a water drop with us and fling it on a Mogmanos. As the Mogmanos get stonified, we can deal damage to it. Whack it a few times and it's done for. Now we can just repeat the same thing with the other guy. Simple as that. Now, the lava will be lowered and we can reach the lower parts of the room with the captured Mogma Silva. As a reward for saving Silva, we get the digging mitts replaced by the Mogma Mitts. This makes it so we can dig through some soft soils and enter the underground. You got the Mogma Mitts. Even the Mogma don't see digging mitts this fancy very often. They don't just dig holes, they also let you bury your way under the ground. Try to find holes that you can dig down into. Digging underground got 3 major purposes in the Fire Sanctuary. We can travel underground going down in one room and enter another room. Another thing we tend to do is to trigger switches underground that moves walls or bars out of the way above. We will also blast a few boulders in the underground that affects the lava levels or lava currents in the dungeon. Here we get some intel from Silva, letting us know that we can press and hold the Set L button to get a view above ground. In that way we can see where we are going. Now we're gonna whack this bomb flower by shake the motion controller. The bomb will trigger and scoot away in Link's direction. Here a boulder is blown away so we can reach the entrance to the next room. We're gonna continue using the Mogma Mitts. We got some bars here blocking our way, and a switch is found underground. To reveal the hole, we need to use the gust bellows on this patch of lava. Here we can see the switch with red and blue sides. We're gonna move over so we can whack the red side of the switch. From here we're gonna head east to collect an additional bottle, the dungeon map and another key. We got some bokoblin archers here. After we deal with those, we're gonna backtrack south and open the bars I mentioned before. Collecting this empty bottle is completely optional, but it's always nice to collect everything in a Zelda game, isn't it? Now we are back in the room with the first Mogmanos. This time we got the Mogma Mitts so we can dig down and move those bars. This makes it so we can run around the room and bring a water bubble to the Mogmanos fight. From here it's straightforward. Trigger the switch to open the bars and bring a water bubble. With the lava out of the way, we can descend under the bird statue and reach the chest holding the empty bottle. From here, we're gonna backtrack a little bit. On the way back, we got that bird statue so we can save our progression. Now we're gonna grapple our way over to the other side by using the double hook shot. Below us we got a bomb flower and a goddess wall if we need to restock on some items. Here we encounter yet another captured Mogma. This is Bronzy, and he will tell you about a secret Bombable Wall. He will also give you the dungeon map after you save him. We got yet another Frog-head statue puzzle to solve here. Simply dig down underground and trigger the switch. In this way we can reach the Waterfruit and trigger the Frog-head. We got two switches we need to trigger. This first one needs to be triggered so we can reach the second one. With that, we can now reach the Waterfruit and trigger the Frog-head. Now we can reach the lever in this room and set Bronzy free. I took my freedom to edit the Mogma dialogues out. They are helpful to solve the dungeon, but doesn't add anything to the lore. You got the dungeon map. It shows the layout of the area and reveals unexplored rooms. The Mogmas did inform us about a Bombable Wall. It is not too hard to figure out where it is. Blasting the wall will make it so we can reach the next key that is found in a chest. Down this hole we will encounter a Moldorm. This one we don't have to fight, but I will showcase how it works. If the worm spot Link, it will dash towards him. We will get damage if we're hit. If Moldorm hits a wall, it will be stunned for a short period of time. The goal is to whack the last glowing part of its tail, and when hit, the Moldorm will be shorter. After a few hits, it will be defeated. Here we have the chest with the key. After grabbing it, we can backtrack to the room where we had a fight with the first two Mogmanos and the bird statue. Now we're reaching the largest open area in the dungeon. This is where we got the boss door and the way leading to the sleeping statue mentioned by the Mogma Guld. The first thing we need to do here is to reach the area to the northwest. That's where we can trigger a lava current, so we later can travel a platform to the east. Here we can see the lion heads to the left. Those are the ones that will create a current in the lava. But for now we can drop the water bubble so we can cross the lava and enter the room to the northwest. At this location, we got bokoblins, dark keys and some spumes. The puzzle to solve is located in a hole on the other side. We will also get a chest holding a piece of hearts here. Down this hole we meet with the very annoying Mogma named Plats. He will re-trigger the switch for us and play a game of tag with Link. The puzzle will be solved when we catch him. Now Plats will run and re-trigger the switch and the bars will close behind us. My only advice for this game is to cut off Plats' way and not to chase after him directly. After catching him, we will be rewarded with the bars being opened and the chest holding a piece of hearts. Now we can finally reach the area where we can trigger the lava current, deal with annoying enemies and drop the water bubble into the lava so you can cross. Down this hole, we wanna trigger and whack a bomb flower so it blows up a boulder. This will in turn trigger an event with lava floating towards Link. Remember that you can dash while crawling and pick up the stamina fruits on your way back to safety. Alright, now we got a current going, so from here a short backtrack and plop that water bubble into the lava. We're gonna go up and make a quick game save at the bird statue before the leap of fate towards the sleeping statue. The Bridge of Decision shows the path you believe in. Move forward bravely. When we look down from this bridge, we can see two statues, one with the eyes open and one with them closed. The clues we got is to go with the sleeping statue, so let's dive from here. In front of us, we got two goddess walls coming up, one fight with two Dark Lizalfos, and an underground puzzle rewarding us with the boss door key, known as the Mysterious Crystals. As always, keep your shield ready in those fights, make sure to avoid the cursed cloud attack, and if you get a spin attack in, make sure you release and re-trigger the target so you can execute a fatal blow. With the Dark Lizalfos out of the way, the rest of the dungeon should be a walk in the park. Now we're entering a round tower-like room with a spiral staircase leading upwards. We got another goddess wall in here and several dark keys. Regarding this room, got a lot of dark keys and the fact that it is close to the goddess statue in front of the boss room. This is a decent place to farm evil crystals. Keep that in mind if you're short on those. Here we got a lot of vines on the walls. We can use those to cross the room and grab a random treasure inside of a chest. Around and around we go. We're now coming back up to floor 1 and the puzzle that we need to solve to get the boss door key. First things first, let's have a look at this clue. Bring light to each statue in accordance with the number of wings each possesses, from least to most. When light resides in each statue, the king's treasure shall be yours. Okay, so this is a very simple puzzle. Comparing with the Isle of Songs puzzle we did before, this is a bit silly. We simply have to crawl over the buttons in the correct order to solve this puzzle. If we trigger this wrong, we just have to do it again. The hardest part would be to beat the Moldorm that is triggered after pressing the last button. Now when we trigger the last button, we will be captured within the same area as the Moldorm and forced to beat it. Remember that if the Moldorm sees Link, it will charge towards him and bonk the head against the wall, and stay stunned for a short period of time. This is when we can strike the tail. You got the mysterious crystals. This mass is made up of faintly glowing square crystals. Several are missing. With that, we got the boss door key, and from here it's a straight way west towards the boss door. This was the Fire Sanctuary for you guys. Thank you very much for watching my Zelda content. Feel free to be awesome and show your support by subscribe to the channel. You stay safe now. Much love.